Welcome, respected friends. Salutations, gratitudes, greetings, congratulations, special wishes, and prayers that the 4 months of Chaturmasya Diksha, starting from today, 25th July 2026 to 20th November 2026, may all of us utilize it for best of our sadhanas and siddhis and anugrahas. These are the wishes and prayers. Here we are, like every day, seated to do our 7 sadhanas. Shanti mantras, Mangalacharana shlokas, Sankalpa for our sadhana pragati, for Sanatana Dharma Samrakshana Vivruddhi Vishwavyapti, for Vishwa Adhyatmika Pragati. Then we are doing our Upanishad mantra Parayana. Then we are studying the Chandogya Upanishad with Sri Adi Shankara Bhashyam. Then we are doing Vedic chanting, the ATHARVANA Veda Suktams. Today is the best of the Suktams we are going to learn and chant today and tomorrow. Then we have our Dhyana Purvaka Mantrocharana. In that, the Rishi Gayatri mantras we are chanting. Then we have our common sense thought to help ourselves do better every day for ourselves and also for the world around us. Through this, the Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana, Atyanta Avashyaka Kripa we are trying to invoke for ourselves so that our Lokasevaka, Dharmasthavaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta Gambhira, Samskrita Bhasha, Jnata, Vyakarna Sahita, Guru Upasakaha, Dayopasakaha, Mananakarta, Chintanakarta, Nididhyasanakarta, Anubhavi, Anubhavanishchita, then Tattva Pracharaka. These 21 of our Vyaktitva Vikasa should happen day in and day out. In the Upanishad study, we are studying Chandogya, first Adhyaya, first Khanda, OMKARA Mahima. Tasya Upavyakyanam is going on. The glory of the Omkara, the Prayojana, Phala of the Omkara Upasana, as well as how the Upasana has to be done. These things are highlighted in the beginning of the Upanishad itself so that continuously from now on we take Om as an Alambana for the Upasana of the Paramatma to be blessed by him for the Antakarana Shuddhi with which we do the Shravana Manana Chintana Vicharana Nididhyasana of the Paramarthika Tattva, as a result of which the Paramartha Tattva is experienced as ourselves, then we are mukta from the Kalpita Atattva. See that clarity. So that much, how many ways the Shruti Mata is trying to tell us about the Pranava Mahima. Not only Chandogya in the here beginning, so many other Upanishads also spoke about. Therefore, Pranava can be loved, respected, taken by us as the Upasana Alambana. What more can be the auspicious day than today? These 4 months, in fact, the Pranava Upasana days, as per the tradition of the Satchadurmasa Dikshas taken by the Adhyatmika Sadhakas. So, we have seen up to the topic of Ruk, Sama and their Yoni, Vak, Prana, they are the Mithunam, and the Mithunam always propitiate each other. This Mithunam meets with, enters into, fulfills itself in Om. Therefore, this Mithunam, whatever it is achieving, all are achieved by the Omkara also. Because it is achieved by Omkara, it is achieved by the Omkara Upasaka also. So that is how the thought development going on, right? Let us see. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओम शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ओम व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ओम सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ओम ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहाससन्तवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम तत्रोक्त ऋषि मुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयाः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थमनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये सामवेदांतर्गत छांदोग्योपनिषदः श्री आद्य शंकर भाष्य सहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम अथ सामवेदांतर्गत छांदोग्योपनिषद पूज्यपाद आद्य शंकर कृत मंगलाचरण श्लोकः। ओम सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्रीदेशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। ओम सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्रीदेशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। अथ उपनिषदः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ओमाप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओमाप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रम् अथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः प्रथमः खण्डः पारायणम्। ॐ ओमित्येतदक्षरम् उद्गीतम् उपासीत ॐ इति हि उद्गायति तस्य उपव्याख्यानम्। येषां भूतानां पृथिवीरसः पृथिव्या आपोरसः अपामोषधयोरसः ओषधीनां पुरुषोरसः पुरुषस्य वाग्रसः वाचः ऋग्रसः ऋचः सामरसः साम्नः उद्गीतो रसः सः एषः रसानागं रसतमः परमः परार्ध्यः अष्टमः अयम् उद्गीतः कतमा कतमर्क कतमत् साम कतमः कतम उद्गीत इति विमृष्टं भवते वाग् एव ऋक् प्राणः साम ॐ इति एतदक्षरम् उद्गीतः तद्वा एतत् मिथुनं यद्वाक् च प्राणश्च ऋक् च साम च तदेतन्मिथुनम् ॐ इत्येतस्मिन्नक्षरे सगं सृज्यते यदा वै मिथुनौ समागच्छत आपयतौ वै तौ अन्योन्यस्य कामम् आपयिताः वै कामानां भवते य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते तद्वा एतत् अनुज्ञा अक्षरम् तद्वा एतद् अनुज्ञाक्षरं यद्धि किञ्च अनुजानाति ओमित्येव तदाह एष एव समृद्धिः यदनुज्ञां समर्दयिताः वै कामानां भवति य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते तेन इयं त्रयी विद्या वर्तते ओमित्याश्रावयति ओमिति शगंसति ओमिति उद्गायति एतस्य एव अक्षरस्य अपचित्यै महिम्ना रसेन तेन उभौ कुरुतः यश्च एतदेवं वेद यश्च न वेद नानात् विद्या च अविद्या च यदेव विद्या करोति श्रद्धया उपनिषदा तदेव वीर्यवत्तरं भवति इति खलु एतस्य एव अक्षरस्य उपव्याख्यानं भवति। Spiritual knowledge itself is a high level of PhD level. In that Upanishads, among them the Chandogya and along with Shankara Bhashyam, struggling to study itself calls for a high level of liking, interest, inspiration is one side, okay, but the intellectual stamina, ability also. But the trick is what? When we say that I don't have intellectual stamina to understand them, therefore I won't study, then stamina is never invoked, study is never done, the benefit is never gained. On the other hand, like you and I are struggling from last few years, even though we don't have the intellectual ability or stamina, yet the mere fact that we are trying, we are struggling our best to study is increasing our intellectual stamina to study and understand. Perhaps this may be the way. Anything wherever we are not perfect in that thing, when we go on doing, we gain perfection. Any of the mundane worldly things can be the examples. Here also, because I don't have capacity, therefore I don't study, then you will never study. Yes, I don't have capacity, but I'll try, I'll struggle. Then the capacities, the abilities start coming. Then the understanding of the Upanishad as it has to happen will happen to us. So the struggle and gaining of understanding at the outset. Thereafter, struggle and doing the sadhana also. If you say you cannot do, we will never do. But keep on doing, then starts happening. This is how a human being, knowing the knack of the mind of pulling us down, should use the knack of the intellect to pull himself up. Pulling down is non spiritual, pulling up is spiritual, being spiritual. Okay, now here in this Chandogya beautiful Upanishad of 8 chapters, first chapter, first Khanda, Udgita Upasana is taught, Udgita Vidya is taught. So, first, second, third, fourth, fifth mantras, so many things are told about Omkara. You make a notes of them as your homework. The latest topic under discussion is the last three of the 8. वाचो रसः ऋक् रुचः रसः साम्नः साम्नः रसः उद्गीतः. तो वाणी ऋक् साम उद्गीत, these are taken. One more thing is added is prana. Here how the topic is developed. The Ruk and Sama have their yoni of Vak and Prana. Ruk and Sama have the yoni of Vak and Prana. So these Vak and Prana are one couple, Mithuna. Here in the Vak and Prana, the Ruk and Sama are there. Therefore, everything that is achieved through Ruk and Sama mantras, the karma phalas, which are the expected results for all of us or the desires of all of us, they are all fulfilled. So we have come up to the yoni of the Ruksama called as Vak Prana. The next step is this Vak Prana's relation with our topic of discussion, the Omkara, we have to discover. What is said is this Mithuna gets Sagam Srujyate, Samsrujyate, is fulfilled in, is merged with, is united with, he finds its, what do you call, existence in Om. That's how the Om Upasana is equal to Vak Purana Upasana is equal to Ruksama Upasana is equal to Ruksama Ukta Mantro Upasana is equal to Mantrokta Karma doing, which is equal to that Karma Phala. Therefore, Om is empowering all these steps. That's why if we have the hold on the Om through the Upasana, then by following all these steps, even without following all these steps also, what is the final result of fulfilling our desires or getting what we want will happen. And naturally, we being the students of Upanishads and Brahma Vidya, our desires should not be the worldly perishable things. Our desire should be the imperishable spiritual truth only. So that we will achieve through Omkara Upasana. This is the topic we have to study. The 6th mantra onwards. Okay. 6th में क्या कहा? तदेतन मिथुनम ओमिति एतस्मिन् अक्षरे सगं सृज्यते यदा वै मिथुनौ समागच्छत आपयतो वै तौ अन्योन्यस्य कामम्. So in this sloka, 2 topics are told. One, tadetat mithunam omiti etasmin akshare samsujyate. 2, यदा वै मिथुनौ समागच्छतः आपयोतो वै तौ अन्योन्यस्य कामम्. The literal meaning and the bhashya meaning. The literal meaning is what? Etat mithunam. Now this couple of vak and prana, which is the yoni of Arug and Sama, which is containing all mantras, which indicate various yajnayagadi karmas, which expected to result in fulfilling our whatever desires. This couple of vak and prana, tadetat mithunam, om iti etasmin akshare samsrujyate. So they are uh, merged with the Omkara. This Vak and Prana merge in Omkara, find their fulfillment in the expression of the Omkara. So this is the meaning of the first line, which we again study with Bhashyam. Second line is what? Yada vai mithuna, like in the Laukika Jagat, the mithuna, any of the couple, samagachata, when they come together. Then what happens there? Anyonyasya kamam apayato vai. They fulfill each one's desires. Mutual. So here, mithuna in general, the main meaning is the couple of wife and husband. We try to explain it that any two people coming together to achieve any of the endeavors. In that they mutually help each other. Mithuna Shabda mainly goes with wife and husband. Keeping that meaning intact, any two people coming together, the Jodi, they come together to work together to cherish their own mutual desires, to achieve whichever, whatever they want. So, in this way, the Omkara as well as this couple, when they come together, what will happen? The Paraspara, Samagama fulfill each other. What happens here? The Prana and Vak couple find their fulfillment when they chant Omkara. Omkara empowers Vak Prana. Consequently, after the last step of the Karma and Karma Phala is equal to all Phala Avap. Here, what is the mystical subtle thing we have to understand is, like the boss has to order the subordinates. For various reasons that the subordinates are working there, they are employed there, they get the salary from the boss. If not, he will remove. Whatever the reasons, but once he gives the hukum or order, work happens or not. Now that work happening is obvious. Automatically the things happen. Same way, in this Pranava Upasana, the Vak Prana fulfillment, then Ruksama achievement, then Ruksamokta mantra, Mantrokta karma doing, karma leading to the karma phala, they are automatically like a automated switch, it happens. So Pranava has got that Shakti because it is Paramatma's Pratika, Pratama, Paramatma's Abhidhana, Paramatma's Alambana. That subtle thing we have to catch. Now, what Bhashyakara's guidance to these two sentences of this mantra 6, let us study. See, tad etat evam lakshanam mithunam. So, this mithuna of Vak Prana, which is a yoni of Ruk Yajuhu, Ruk Sama, again in Ruk and Sama are nothing but mantras. All the mantras nothing but indicate the karmas to be done. All the karmas done are nothing but the arrangements and adjustments for the results. Results are our desires, our kamanas. So, in that way, again and again repeat करने से clarity आता है. So, तद एतत् यथोक्त लक्षणम मिथुनम तद एतत् एवं लक्षणम मिथुनम ओम इति एतस्मिन् अक्षरे संसृज्यते. So, that is fulfilled in Omkara. That is completed in Omkara. So, this mithuna gets together with Om. Means this Vak Prana's highest purpose is in Om only. That way, of Vak and Prana, Om is the rasa. Already it is said. Vacho rugrasaha ruchaha samo rasa samnaha udgitaha rasa. Already told. So that Sagam Srujyate means some Sarjanam means the fulfillment of Vak and Prana is in the utterance of the Om. They get merged in Om. They get united with Om. Then why the word Mitra used? It is said here, fulfillment. Evam, in this way, interesting point, Sarva Kama Avapti Guna Vishishtam Mithunam. That Mithunam, Vak and Prana, which has got the guna of Sarva Kama Avapti. Because Vak Prana is the yoni of Ruksama. Ruksama are the mantras in which the variety of karmas are told to be done. When they are done, the Kamana Avapti is achieved. Therefore, Evam Sarvakama Avapti Guna Vishishtam Mithunam Omkare Samsrishtam Vidyate. That is, finds its fulfillment in Omkara. Iti, in this way, Omkarasya, now the Sarvakama Avapti of this Mithuna of the Vak and Prana is now extended to have to be there existing in Omkara. है ना एवं सर्वकाम अवाप्त गुण विशिष्टम इतनम ओंकारे संसृष्टम विद्यते इति ओंकारस्य सर्वकाम अवाप्ति गुणवत्वम प्रसिद्धम. In this way, in Omkara also, that guna is there. It is fully understood. It fully prakarshena siddham. It is fully accepted or achieved. What guna is there in the Omkara also? That sarva kama avapti gunatva. So the Omkara has got the capacity of fulfilling all the kamanas. In this way, sarva kama avapti gunavatvam prasiddham. Okay, see? Okay. Then that still one doubt remains. What is meaning of samsrujyate? Samsarjanam between the mithunam called as vak and prana as well as omkara, that is said by Bhashyakara. Vangmayatvam omkarasya prana nishpadyatvam cha mithunena samsrushtatvam. Samsrushtatvam means what? Is not omkara vangmaya? Yes, it is a vani only, it is a chanting. So that ability of the chanting or the vak is fulfilled in the chanting of Om mantra. So Om is vangmaya. And to chant that Om, vagrupena, do we need the prana or not? Pranas are required. Therefore, prana nishpadyatvam. So, because of the prana shakti, Om is chanted. Om, when it is chanted, it is vagrupa. Thus, the prana and vak, which is a mithunam, are fulfilled in the Omkara. Therefore, for the Omkara Ucharana only, which is the fulfiller of all the worldly desires, which is the fulfiller of the spiritual desire, that the Vani and Prana are there in this universe, whether it is in the Samashti Ishvara or in you and I, the individuals. The sequence of items is in the Om, the Vak and Prana, in the Vak and Prana, the Ruk Sama, in the Ruk and Sama, all the mantras and knowledge, and that knowledge is about how to do the yajnas and other karmas. When they are done, the respective results are gained. This is what the new thing of the Upanishads to study which we are here. We are not here to study what we already know or scientifically we know. We are here to understand what is mystically happening in this universe. We are here to know and accept that. So, Om, when I am chanting, in that Vani is there. It's a Vani. Then it is consuming the Prana. So, Prana se Om ka nishpadya ho raha hai, Om Vangmaya hai. Because of the Prana, the Om is being chanted, and in the chanted Om, it is a Vani, Vak. So this way, the Vak and Prana endowed in the Omkara is called the Samsrushtatvam. So in the Om, the Prana and Vani are fulfilled. Prana and Vani are the Yoni of Sama and Ruk, and then the subsequent things. So thus, from that side, in the Vak and Prana, all the Kamana fulfilling Guna is there. Because these two are finding their fulfillment in Om, in the Omkara also, Sarva Kama Avapti Gunatvam has come. And it's all mystical. You start doing Om Upasana, बैठे बैठे सब मिल जाता है, पर उतने भक्ति श्रद्धा से करना पड़ेगा, है ना? Bhakti Shraddha. So I am doing Pranava Ucharana, Pranava Upasana, wanting myself to have this and that results. They will come. How is it? Vedic authority. That is the Shraddha ki baat. है ना? Yesterday Ramji said towards the end, Mama Bharosa. The Navadha Bhakti mein, in the ninth Bhakti, the last one he said that only. Mama Bharosa hiya. हृदय में total Shraddha in me. About my existence, about my powers, about my Srishti Sthitile Karanatva, about my Karma Phala Datrutva for Punya Papa, and my Mukti Datrutva as a Sadhana Phala. That is called Mama Bharosa here. Same is that faith in Omkara we have to have. It's all faith. And finally, we are the Brahman today. The Vedic mantra is that only. So everything is from us only, with our own sankalpa gets manifested as the outer worldly things. Dissolving all of them, the realization of Brahman, also our own sankalpa shakti. Om is an alambana. Right now, we don't know the self. Therefore, if the self is talked too much, the pseudo ego we may take as self. Therefore, in the beginning, the self or Paramatma is objectively told to worship, told to us. Later on, that is me only. Second line we have to study now. First one, tadetad omiti, tadetad mithunam omiti etasmin akshare sagam sujyate is done. Second line now. Yada vai mithunau samagachata apayato vai thau anyonyasya kamo. Just like the mithuna, when they come together, they fulfill each one's desires. In the same way, second one, mithunasya kama apayitrutvam prasiddham. Anna, two people or couple come together for the fulfillment of their desires is prasiddham, is very well known. Prakarshena siddham. It is a well established fact. Iti drishtantaha uchyate. Therefore, an drishtanta is given. The second part is an udrishtanta, that the mithuna, when they come together, they fulfill their kamana. What is the drishtanta? Yatha loke, just like in the outer world, mithunau. Mithuna avayavau. Mithunau means the couple. Who are they? Stri pumsaha. The men and women, Stri and Purusha. Yada samagachataha. When they come together, gramya dharmataya, from the worldly parlance, the laukika drushti say. Then samyujayatam, when they come together, samyujayatam, tad apayataha prapayataha. Then they get for each other. They see to it that each other gets what? Anyonyasya itaretarasya tau kamam. Whatever, each one have their kamana, they cherish each other and fulfill each other's. That is how the mithuna fulfill their each one's kamana. This is an example. Tathacha. Same way, interesting, suniega. So atma anupravishtena mithunena. Hai. This mithuna is here, the vak prani. It is pravishta in Swatma. What is Swatma here? Omkara. So that Omkara, into which this mithuna of vak prana has pravishta, samsrujyate means pravishtaha, which has merged and entered. What will it give to Swa? Again I am reading. Swa atma anupravishtena mithunena, because of the mithuna as praveshita entered into Omkara. Here Omkara means, so Atma means Om अपने अंदर जो प्रवेश किया हुआ है मिथुन के कारण. So the Om, because of into itself, has welcomed the mithuna of Vak Prana. What is the result? Sarvakama avapti gunavatvam omkarasya siddham. Therefore, the Om also has got Sarva Kama Avapti Gunam iti Abhipraya. This is what is the Shruti Mata wants to tell about the glory of Omkara as a part of Upavyakyanam. Etasya Upavyakyanam. Omityetadaksharam Udgitam Upasita Omiti Udgayate Tasya Upavyakyanam. So, in so many Upavakyanas that are done so far, in this very Upanishad, first few mantras, that is the Rasanam Rasatamaha. This next one is, it is Sarvakama Apayitrutva. Guna is there in Omkar. Okay. Tatacha swa atmanu praveshtena mithunena sarvakama avapti gunavatvam omkarasya siddham ityabhipraya. That is the purpose of the Shruti Mata. That is the meaning to be understood. So, what is done so far is still Omkara Mahima only spoken, step by step. Now, when Om has the Sarva Avapti Guna Lakshana, therefore, Om Upasaka also has the Lakshana or Shakti of Sarva Kama Avapti. That will be following in the next mantra. Okay. उद्गीत दृष्टि से ओंकार की उपासना करने का फल. Now, in the Omkara, the Sarvakama Vapti Guna is brought systematically in our understanding by Shruti Mata, by the Guru. तो ओम में वो फल है, अब ओमकार उपासना करने वाले को वो फल मिलता है. Therefore, the Omkara Upasaka can fulfill all kamana for himself and for any of the Yajamana, for whose sake he can do that Omkara Upasana. तो खुद के फल भी डिजायर भी फुलफिल होते हैं. ही कैन इवन फुलफिल द डिजायर्स ऑफ अदर्स आर कॉल्ड यजमानी. So these Ritviks, Sama Vediya, Udgita Patakas, Nirantara they are in the Omkara Upasana. Therefore, they have got so much of Shakti because of the Omkara Upasana that whoever the Yajamana is there, with their Omkara Upasana Shakti, they are able to fulfill the desire of that Yajamana for whom they are doing Yajna or they are doing Upasana or anything. So the Yajamana wants the Santana Prapti. Okay. So this Rutvik who has mastered Omkara, with the help of the Om Upasana, he can see that the Yajamana gets Santati. You understand? Any of the Naukari ka ho ya Dhana ka ho, whatever, any Kamana is fulfilled in the Omkara Upasana. So he gets it done for the Yajamana. तो यजमान के लिए कर पा रहे हैं, it includes that he can fulfill all his desires also with Om. Belief in this is the expected outcome of what we are studying. Shraddha in this. Then from today onwards, now I am holding on to Om for my Upasana Alambana. With that, all my desires will be fulfilled. My desires is only one, the Paramatma Anubhav Prapti. So I will do Nirantara Om Ucharana and take it as Paramatma because it's Paramatma only and extend my prayers to the Om. May I have the Paramatma Anubhuti. In what way the Om works, we don't know, but it sees to it that we get the Paramatma Anubhuti. The general way the Om blesses is, it takes us to the Guru, it makes us surrender to the Guru, it makes the Guru teach to us exclusively Brahma Vidya. All these are the subtle unseen blessings of the Om Paramatma of whom we have done the Upasana. That Om is doing its job of whom we are doing Upasana. If your desires are worldly, then we get that good place to stay, good idea of business and proper investments we get and good staff we get, governmental permissions come, then our business flourishes. Your Omkara Upasana ensures all these happen. How that process we may not know. We need not know also. That is the power of Omkara, that it has got every desire fulfilling Shakti. Omkara Upasaka also, for himself or as a Ritvik, for anybody as a Yajamana, he can ensure that his desires are fulfilled. That much powerful is Om. Okay, now we will see the topic. उद्गीत दृष्टि से ओंकार की उपासना करने का फल the Shankara Bhagavan Sambandha Bhasha is tad upasakah api udgata tad dharma bhavati itya. So far, the Om Upasaka topic is not brought. So far, Om analysis alone is going on. So Om has capacity to fulfill all desires. Therefore, Omkara Upasaka also got the capacity. The Upasaka is brought now into the picture first time. So far, Om Mahima is spoken. Okay, Tad Upasaka, the Upasaka of that Omkara, who is he? Udgata. See, Udganam is chanting of Om. Udgitaha is Om. Udgata is the one who chants. Udgata, the chanter, does the Udganam, the chanting of the Udgita, the Omkar. And when Omkara Upasana is said, luckily we are familiar with the Upasanas of Shiva, Vishnu, Lakshmi, etc. All the things as we do in the Upasana of Saguna Sakara. But instead of that Saguna Sakara Devata, it is Vaidika Devata Omkar. That's it. Dhyayami, Avahyami, all of them you can do in the Omkar. Pranava Upasana. But generally Pranava Upasana is done chanting, taking it as Paramatma, extending the prayers and waiting for His grace for the results. Like Krishna Upasana, more substantial and tangible appears, invokes Krishna Kripa, with which all our desires are fulfilled. Same with Omkara. Okay, tad upasakah api udgata tad dharma bhavati ityaha. So the udgata, who is the upasaka for Omkara, also becomes the tad dharma, means the what is the Omkara dharma finally achieved? It is sarvakama avaptatvam. He also becomes the sarvakama avapti gunamano. Sarvakama apti gunaman, even the upasaka also becomes, which is our purpose, because we want to be the Omkara upasaka. We are told to be the Omkara upasaka. Therefore, here we get conviction. If I do the upasana of Om, if I become upasaka, I will be the fulfiller of all desires for me as well for the Yajamana, for whomever we are doing. And in the beginning, the Om used for my desire fulfillment, others' desire. Later on, I don't have any desire, only my spiritual desire I have. So I fulfill others' desires. Later on, I fulfill only my desire with the Omkara of the realizing self. Thereafter, in the same Om Shakti, I help others also to desire, to fulfill their desire of Paramatma Prapti. That is how Om Alambanam taken for the final desire fulfillment of Paramatma Prapti. Be into this understanding, into that mood. Don't bring any dissimilar thought to disrupt this understanding and faith. Don't worry about anything. We are studying Om Mahima, stick to that only. In life, the erratic thinking of 100 channels is unhealthy even in Vyavahara. Then how much it is unhealthy in spirituality? What is erratic thinking? When the Om Mahima is said, instead of focusing the mind intellect on that to understand, accept, bringing all our useless knowledge, never used knowledge, we can't even call it as knowledge, and trying to cancel and neutralize this. And like the Guru is telling us some good advice. Listen and follow. But we bring all our questions, logics, our stupid worldly experiences and try to object the Guru. अरे गुरु पहुंचे हुए हैं, Then only he is taking that responsibility of guiding us. Otherwise, like in Prashna Upanishad, he will say, I don't know. Isn't it? Bhagavan Hiranyava Kausalaha came and asked me, do you know the Shodashakala Purusha? I said, I don't know. But he insisted, you are knower of everything. Then I tell, no, if I know, I would have told you. Without knowing, if I tell you, my head will be broken 10,000 pieces. Then he believed and went away. Now that Shodashakala Purusha, who is he? Can you tell me? That Sukesha Bharadwaja was the one who asked this last question. Same way, gurus, they are all with full experience and full faith. Therefore, they tell us by bringing all our pseudo information and knowledge, by disrupting, distracting, disturbing the Guru's flow of guidance, we are denying his own blessings. To discover this, it requires so much of subtle thinking and egolessness. An egoistic person, a gross thinker, he only thinks he knows better than everybody, including Guru. Therefore, I can question him, I can object him, I can doubt him, I can discard him. This is how the mind works. Mind is Maya at play. Maya works like this. Final outcome, what Guru said I have not understood, what Guru said I have not followed, and I followed what my Laghu mind told. Therefore, I got that only, not the ultimate. So here also the Omkara Mahima are we able to grasp? At that time, mind is focused only on that. Don't worry about other your Krishnas, Ramas and all. उनका अपना जगह है. इधर क्यों ले आके फंसाते हो? है ना? कुछ फंसते हो नहीं. We should learn the art of being in the context. And anything which substantiates that context, we can take as help, like Shankara Bhagavan. Being in the context of commenting on Upanishad mantra, to substantiate it, from whichever the authority, he can take the quotations, he takes and puts in front of us. That's the wisdom. Now, mantra is this one. What is the mantra? Tad upasakapi udgatha, tad dharma bhavati tyaha. The upasaka of the Omkara, the Udgata, also is as capable as the Omkara in fulfilling the desire. Sarva kama apti gunatvam. Sarva, all kama, desire, apti, obtainment, gunatvam, the capacity, ability. He also has the capacity, ability for the fulfillment of all desires, for the Yajamana and for himself. Mantra number 7. आपयिताः वै कामानां भवते आपयिताः वै कामानां भवते य एतद् एवं विद्वान् य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरम् उद्गीतम् उपास्ते अक्षरम् उद्गीतम् उपास्ते आपयिताः वै कामानां भवते यः एतद् एवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते आपयिताः वै कामानां भवते य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते. Now the meaning of every of the word and the total line. Then the Bhashyat. Apayita means dilane wala. The obtainer and the one who makes obtainer. And who makes obtain. Like your son wants a khilauna. So you take him to the shop and get him that. So you are the apayita. And the aptavan is your son. And apti of is that of object which he decides. So here also this Omkara Upasakaha apayita havai kamanam bhavati. He becomes, bhavati means he becomes kamanam apayita, the one to fulfill all the desires. सारे कामनाओं को प्राप्त कराने वाला. आपहित में कराना. Like you got your son, get the toy. That getting him get the toy is called apahitrutva. So apahita vai sarvanam kamanam bhavati. Who? Kama ya etadevam vidwan. The one who in this way sequentially, subtly understands the Mahima of the Omkara, theoretical. Then Aksharam Udgitam Upaste, practically also, the one who is doing the Upasana, this Om Akshara, which is Udgita. है ना, ओम अक्षरम उद्गीतम उपासिता जो स्टार्ट हुआ ना फर्स्ट मंत्र, द सेम थिंग इज कंटिन्यूइंग एवरी श्लोक. दैट इज व्हाट तस्य उपव्याख्यानम इज गोइंग ऑन. डोंट मिस दैट लिंक. देयरफॉर आपैता वै कामानां भवति यह एतदेवं विद्वान अक्षरम उद्गीतम उपास. दिस इज अ मिस्टिकल उपनिषद वी हैव सेइंग मींस उपनिषद ऋषि को जैसा रिवील होता है he will tell. For you and I to understand, you can make your Anvaya. What is our Anvaya? Ki yaha etat evam vidvan, the one who theoretically exactly understands the glory of Omkara, after knowing theoretically, Aksharam Udgitam Upaste, practically also does the Upasana of the Udgita Akshara, that is Omkara. What will he become? Saha Bhavati. Saha Abhaita Bhavati Sa Kamanam. That he becomes the person of capability of getting the desires fulfilled. Of himself or for the Yajamana, for whose sake he is doing this Pranava Upasana. It is like anybody. You do the Shiva Upasana, and then that Shiva Upasana Shakti, you can request the Shiva to use it for blessing somebody. Like medical doctor gains medical knowledge and applies on somebody who is a patient. Wants to get his health. So too, the Upasaka, having done the Upasana, has the power to fulfill the desires of others. That's how the meaning behind we go to Mahatmas asking to fulfill our desires. And how many Siddha Purushas are there? Millions and millions who fulfill our desires. Everybody is a Siddha. Like a father also Siddha Purusha, that he works in the office, gets salary, fulfill the desires of the family. But it is the outside work without the subtle Vedic Upasana, Daiviya Upasana. But the real yogis are the Daiviya Upasakas. Through that they get the power to fulfill the desires. So, Apaita vai kamanam bhavati ya etad evam vidvan aksharam udgitam upaste. He becomes the fulfiller of desires of everyone. Everyone is equal to himself and the Yajamana to whomever he does sankalpa. Because of the power of Omkara Upasana. That Shakti is there. Then the Shakti misusing for the destruction of someone, using for the safety, security, prosperity of someone, highly using for the highest purpose of Paramatma Anubhava, there are again three different things. Like earning 1,000 rupees is different. Using wrongly is different. Using for our necessities, requirements is different. Using it for some spiritual work is higher and different. Same way, the Om Upasana Shakti can be used for bad purpose, good purpose, best purpose. That is, you have to understand, everything is not mentioned in Upanishad. जब सर्व कामना आपैता बंद कहते हैं, उसमें हमें समझना है. The bad kamanas are there, the good kamanas are there, the highest kamana is there. Highest is Paramatma Anubhuti. That is how Om Upasana gets us the Paramatma Prapti too. Om Upasana gets us the worldly things too. And with Om Upasana, you can do the destruction of the world also. Because power is power. How you use it is useful that way. Better we don't do that. And as we say again and again, it is better not to have any power than having it, misusing it, and invoking curse from the world, going to the Naraka, etc. दुष्कर्म करने के लिए शक्ति नहीं रहना ही बेहतर है. अगर शक्ति है हमारा, केवल सत्कर्म करने के लिए. Done. Now the Bhashya simple. Apayita havai kamanam. Obtainer of all desires, he becomes. For whom? Yajamanasya bhavati. So Yajamanasya kamanam apayita. Of the Yajamana, whatever the desires that Yajamana has got, he becomes the obtainer, fulfiller of those desires. Okay, who? Yaha etat aksharam evam apti gunavat udgitam upaste. The one who does the upasana of the Udgita Omkara, knowing in the heart what is studied so far, that is Omkara is Apti Guna. Apti means Sarvakama Apti. Add the word Sarvakama. So the Sarvakama Apti Gunavan hai Omkara. With this knowledge and faith, the one who does the Upasana, he becomes the fulfiller of the desire of the Yajama. So therefore we go to Panditji. Panditji Jyoti says, he says this Graha dosha is there or this Devata Anugraha is required. So I will do Upasana for you. You pay this money. And he sits. Actually they do it. Sincere people are there. They know the art of doing the Upasana of that Devata. And when the Devata is present, they request, oh Dev, that Yajamana, please remove that dukkha, or please see that in his business the success happens. The Upasana Bala say that the Upasya Devata is supposed to bless by saying Tathastu. That subtle thing is happening in the universe. Make use of it. So, आपैता वै कामानां यजमानस्य भवति यः एतद् अक्षरम् एवम् आप्तिगुणवत् उद्गीतम् उपास्ते. Why the Omkara Udgita has got Sarvakama Apti Shakti? Because in that merge and fulfill the Mithuna of Vak and Prana. And why Vak and Prana are the fulfill of all desires? The other side, the Vak and Prana are the ones which are the Yoni for Ruk and Sama. What is the Ruk and Sama? The mantras. What the mantras have? The instructions regarding Yajna Agadi. What are the Yajna The karma. What do? They fulfill the desires. So in that sequentially, the one who accepts the desire fulfilling capacity in the Omkara Upasana, then does the Omkara Upasana, he becomes the Kamanam Apaita, the fulfiller of desires of Yajamanasya, is equal to Swasya also. He himself can be Yajamana for whom generally such people transcend the desires worldly. They are in the spiritual pursuit. वो अपने लिए होते नहीं desire, पर दूसरों को ट्रैक में लाने के लिए they use their this ओंकार तपो शक्ति, उपासना शक्ति to just help them out. And they won't do it for everyone. When they know that this fellow uses my blessings and goes away, never becomes spiritual, then they generally don't refrain. Some of them do have कृपा and करुणा, ठीक है वो बंदा खुश है तो उसमें मेरी खुशी है, little of my तपशक्ति उपासना फला I will exchange or use for it. Like you have money, you give to servant, ठीक है खुश रहने दो. Sometimes these fellow is not listening, देखो मैं दूंगा ही नहीं उसको. You do both the things. Same are these Yajamana or these Upasakas, these Shaktishali Gurus. They are all called Siddha Gurus. The ones who have got Mantra Siddhi, Yoga Siddhi, Tapo Siddhi, Upasana Siddhi. That they are able to command those Devatas through the Upasana for fulfilling desires. They are called Siddhas. We are also expecting to become a Siddha, but for us the Siddhi is directly Brahma Siddhi, Paramatma Prapti, in which all desires get dissolved because the Ananda of the Brahman is so infinite. We will see that in the sequence. अब आए नहीं टॉपिक ये सारे हमारे मन में इसलिए आते हैं क्योंकि we studied other Upanishads. But in the student of Chandogya, they won't come because they are only freshly listening to this Upanishad. They don't have any background knowledge to confuse the present knowledge. Okay. य एतद् अक्षरम एवं आप्ति गुणवत् उद्गीतम उपास्ते तस्य एतद् यथोक्तम फलम इत्यर्थः. है ना? whatever the phala he desires, that comes. So, tasya etad yathoktam phalam ityartaha. So, whatever above said, that sarva kama vapti shakti will come to that upasaka. An Upanishad quote is given from the mantra Mandala Brahmana. Ki tam yatha yatha upasate tadeva bhavati. The upasaka, with whatever sankalpa he does the upasana of the upasana devata, he will get that, and that is the rule. Devada Pranava Upasakaha gets Shakti for all desire fulfillments. This is the Mandala Brahmana quotation. It is Shrutehe. This is the Shruti. Now comes the next Upavyakyanam of the Omkara. Its more glory is spoken. Samruddhi Gunatva. Omkar में desire fulfillment capacity to discussed. It is also the Samruddhi Guna it has got. What is the Samriddhi Guna? What is all that topic? In this eighth mantra it will be taught. So, Samruddhi Gunavanscha Omkaraha Katham. So, the Omkara also is Samruddhi Gunavan. What exactly means the Samruddhi and all? This eighth mantra in detail tells us. Let us chant it. तद्वा एतत् अनुज्ञाक्षरं तद्वा एतत् अनुज्ञाक्षरं यद्धि किं च अनुजानाति यद्धि किं च अनुजानाति ॐ इति एव तदाह ॐ इति एव तदाह एषा एव समृद्धिः यद् अनुज्ञा एषा एव समृद्धिः यद् अनुज्ञा समर्थयिता वै कामानां भवति समर्थयिता वै कामानां भवति य एतदेवं विद्वान् य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते. No, when you read a novel or a news in the paper or listen to a news in the TV or see a movie or study any book, how clearly obviously you understand it. That clearly the Upanishadic mantras are not understood. That is the reason is the impurity of the heart. If the heart is filled with variety of durgunas, then the Upanishadic Vidya as it is not understood and convinced. Some places understanding required, many places the faith conviction required. Faith, conviction born out of faith. So we want conviction only. One, either through understanding. Two, wherever understanding is not possible right now, out of faith. That conviction pushes us to do the thing. So the Veda mantra याद क्यों नहीं रहते हैं? क्योंकि you are impure in your heart. What is impurity? Seeking the worldly things, that too crooked way. Don't seek anything of the world. Then crookedness also goes. Then that special intuitive intellectual power will come to understand and accept what is said here. Understand whatever is understandable, accept even without understanding on the strength of faith. But the result of both of them is doing what is said, then getting what is promised. ओके, इस मंत्र का कलम पढ़ते हैं. तद्वा एतदनुज्ञाक्षरं यदि किंच अनुजानाति ओम इति एव तदाह एषा एव समृद्धिर्यदनुज्ञा समृद्धिता वै कामानां भवते य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते. Then two more mantras, the first khanda. So slowly let us at least go through the Bhashyam and see if we can understand. सारे एक राउंड में समझ जाते हैं तो already become Ramajnani. Then you will not read the further Upanishad. So the Upanishadic revelation happens slowly only. The ability to understand Upanishads grows slowly only. Don't get frustrated if it is not understood or remembered. Have patience. In life also, your children don't listen to you. By getting frustrated, you won't get anything. Have patience. Tell them lovingly. If not today, they will understand tomorrow. Even if they don't understand, your patience saves you. कहीं भी जल्दबाजी नहीं. And without our becoming purified, we are not blessed with Upanishadic Vidya conviction. So start becoming the other side pure. थ्रू विवेक वैराग्य शमदमादि, है ना, उनको इकट्ठा करते रहने से ये ब्रह्म विद्या understanding. Some people get understanding, but the conviction doesn't come, the inclination doesn't come to fully work, only to realize the self, as if they're waiting for something or somebody. That's called the kashaya sthiti. They are not becoming worldly. Luckily they transcended it, but they don't do intensely the sadhana also. What is that? There are funny status in between. हम सब इसी में रहते हैं बहुत समय तक. We are not involved in the worldly things, isn't it? बहुत पहले, 2 साल पहले ही you have stopped troubling your children, troubling your friends, relatives. You stopped. Good. But are you doing the 24 hours meditation on Brahma? No. फिर कर रहे हो क्या? Some kashayam going on. That are the latent impurities. When they are removed through the upasanas and through various prakriya, then the inner push comes, the thirst comes to just take up seriously again the Upanishad Adhyayana and understanding and the sublime sadhanas. And remember, without vigorously, intensely doing sadhanas, the result won't come. Without spiritual result, the moksha will not come. Therefore, by sitting idly, something happens. Don't be in that notion. We have to be always the knower and doers. जानते रहो करते जाओ sadhana. We have to be 24 hours in that mode of knowing, doing, knowing, doing. No knowledge and no doing. Usually animals are like that. Thank you. Om 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 Shruti MAATRE NAMAHA. Our second topic, friends. Wonderful mantra today. Like yesterday we chanted the 7 of them. More powerful is this one, which has come in a Vedic chanting book, I believe. If I am not wrong, I have to check which is that. A second, I'll take. It's not that. Where do I find this? Some of them it is not Bhagya Suktham. By the time it gets opened up, I'll just to see. Not Hiranyagarbha nahi hai, Jaraija Pratama, not is the Roga Nivarana, Pavamana Sukta bhi nahi hai, Nasadiya Sukta bhi nahi hai. Somewhere I believe we have chanted it. Not the Ano Bhadra Suktam, Navagraha bhi nahi, Agni Satyo Brahma Brahmojara, not Ayuksha, Akshibhyam bhi nahi hai, Ratri to hai nahi, Yamadad Sarastika bhi nahi hai. Devi Suktam. Yes, what you call as Devi Suktam in, and the thing we find it here today, which is actually Devi Suktam, Rigveda Samhita, 10th Mandalam, 8th Ashtakam, 125 Sukta. Same is there in this present, our Atharvana Veda also. In this 5th Anuvaka, 5th Khandam, 4th Khandam, the 6th Anuvaka, etc. Now I remember it. Powerful one, ultimate one. Thank God, today on this most auspicious day of beginning of Chaturmasa, we are chanting this one. Here, Rishi is the Atharva. Who is Devata, you know? Sarva Rupa, Sarvatmika, Sarva Devamayi, the Saraswati Mata, Paramatma Swarupini. She herself is doing this sukta. And what it is talked about is Aham Brahmasmi, which is our goal. So, she says that Paramatma Swarupini, Adipara Shakti Mata, who is the cause of the Jagat Kalpana, who is the Satchit Brahma Swarupini, who has experienced that Aham Brahmasmi Sthiti, she is the one who is doing the stuti of the Brahman, whom she has experienced as herself. That's why it's called Devi Sukta. Generally, Devi Sukta means Sukta which we chant for the Devi. But here, Devi herself is chanting about herself being Brahman. Very important. So, she says, Anna, I am the one who is moving in the form of the Ekadasha Rudras, Ashtavashus, Vasus, Navagraha, Dasha Dikpalaka, Ityad. So the Dvadasha Aditya, Ashtavasu, Ekadasha Rudra in the form of all the Ganadipatis and also the Vishwadevas in the form of the Brahmanas who are guiding the people as per the Shastra. So too in the form of yesterday whom we chanted the Mitra Varuna, I myself am the one supporting all of them, expressing all of them because I am the Brahman. So too I am the one holding in me the Indra and Agni, holding in me the Ashwini Devatas, in me the Advitiya Brahma. Okay, the whole world is like the silver in the shell, superimposed. Shell alone is real, silver is superimposed. So too, I am the Advaita Brahman in whom, as I listed out, all of them are projected. First mantra itself is so powerful. So, I am the queen of the entire Drishya Prapancha. Who am I? Advitiya Brahma Swarupa. I am the one who give the dhana to the dhana upasakas. Okay? I am the one who realized I am Brahman. And among all the yajnas, I am the first one to receive all the first ahutis. So too, I am the one who in the world with my bhavana as many, I am permeating the whole world. So, any number of devatas whoever world is worshipping, all of them are me only. Even the devatas get that Shakti by worshipping me. This way of saying, otherwise there are no differentiation. Parabrahman alone with his own Shakti is various devatas. So I am the Hetu for the Aparoksha Brahmanubhuti. I am the one who does the Upadesha for the Loka Kalyana. I am telling this Mahatmya of mine because I want to bless the Indradi Devatas and also the Manushyadi. So to whichever the Purusha I want to protect, I will make him aggressively spiritual. Okay. Even I lift him to that level of making him even Brahmadeva Srishtikarta. Then I am the one who bless him also to see the Atindriya Tattva. And I am the one who is empowering even Brahmadi, filled with all the prajna. So, whoever is consuming food in this world, I am the one who is consuming through them. The one who is watching the Jagat, the one who is doing inhaling and exhaling, the one who is listening to the sounds. I only am doing all that through them. And those who don't know about this glory of mine, they are all out of the ignorance or trapped only in the multitude, the projected. Therefore, oh dear Shrota, listen what I am saying. Just have faith in me. If you saw that Paratattva which is my own self, I do the Upadesha to you also, so that you also realize it. You know, in the Trivrasura Samhara Samaya, I am the one who gave the Dhanuhu to Lord Shiva. So, for the Lord Vishnu, when he has to destroy the Brahmadveshi Asraganas, I am the one who empower him. In the same way, in the Dyuloka, Prithviloka, I am there Vyapta as an Antaryami in them. In the same way, the Devatatma, the Soma, I am propitiating him. I am fulfilling him. So to the Twashta, the Pusha, the Bhaga, all of them are supported by me. So to Yajamana I am. The Havi that is offered I am. And through that whichever the devatas are propitiated, वो भी मेरे ही रूप है. So the one Vidhata who is creating this entire world called as Brahma Deva, I am creating him. And the whole ocean from whom the whole world comes, it is my own womb. Then I am the Brahma Chaitanya. With my this consciousness, Ananta Koti Brahmandas, I am illuminating. So this entire Dilokadi, Brahmalokadi, everything, I am the one who is touching them and empowering with my purpose. So all the beings who are the Karya Rupa are projected by me, the Karana. Okay? Like the winds blow without anybody's prerana. In the same way, I am the one to all the lokas empowered by my power choice without any external prerana to me. In the same way, I am finally the Sarva Sangha Udasina Kutastha Brahma Chaitanya Rupa. Such me only in the form of this world which you are saying, expressing with my Shakti. So today, on this auspicious day, entire Upanishadic Rahasya is given to us in this mantra. Because yesterday we chanted all the 7 Devatas, they have blessed us. And every Devata Rishi we are praying only for Brahma Vidya. So this is how these 8 mantras in this powerful Suktam, we will be chanting the 2 or 3 of them remaining tomorrow. Om Atha Parabrahma Suktam Atharvana Vedantaragada. Yeah, same Devi Sukta. Om Aham Rudrebhirvasuvishcharami. Om Aham Rudrebhirvasuvishcharami. Ahmaditya Ruta Vishwadevaihi. Ahmaditya Ruta Vishwadevaihi. Aham Mitra Varuno Bhabi Bharmi. Aham Mitra Varuno Bhabi Bharmi. Aham Indragni Aham Ashvino Bha. अहमिन्द्राग्नि अहमश्विनोभा अहं रुद्रेभिर्वसुभिश्चरामि अहमादित्यैरुतविश्वदेवैः अहं मित्रावरुणो बिभर्मि अहमिन्द्राग्नि अहमश्विनोभा अहं रुद्रेभिर्वसुभिश्चरामि अहमादित्यैरुतविश्वदेवैः अहं मित्रावरुणो बिभर्मि अहमिन्द्राग्नि अहमश्विनोभा. Second. अहं राष्ट्रे सङ्गमनीवसूनाम् अहं राष्ट्रे सङ्गमनीवसूनां चिकितुषे प्रथमा यज्ञियानां चिकितुषे प्रथमा यज्ञियानाम् ताम्मा देवा व्यददुः पुरुत्रा ताम्मा देवा व्यददुः पुरुत्रा भूरिस्थात्रां भूर्या वेशयन्तः भूरिस्थात्रां भूर्या वेशयन्तः अहं राष्ट्रे सङ्गमनीवसूनां चिकितुषे प्रथमा यज्ञियानां ताम्मा देवा व्यददुः पुरुत्रा भूरिस्थात्रां भूर्या वेशयन्तः अहं राष्ट्रे सङ्गमनीवसूनां चिकितुषे प्रथमा यज्ञियानां ताम्मा देवा व्यददो पुरुत्रा भूरिस्थात्रां भूर्या वेशयन्तः. Third one, अहमेव स्वयमिदं वदामि अहमेव स्वयमिदं वदामि जुष्टं देवानामुतमानुषाणां जुष्टं देवानामुतमानुषाणां यं कामयेतं तमुग्रं कृणोमि यं कामयेतं तमुग्रं कृणोमि तं ब्रह्माणं तं ऋषिं तं सुमेधां तं ब्रह्माणं तं ऋषिं तं सुमेधाम् अहमेव स्वयमिदं वदामि जुष्टं देवानामुतमानुषाणां यं कामयेतं तमुग्रं कृणोमि तं ब्रह्माणं तं ऋषिं तं सुमेधाम् अहमेव स्वयमिदं वदामि जुष्टं देवानामुतमानुषाणां यं कामयेतं तमुग्रं कृणोमि तं ब्रह्माणं तं ऋषिं तं सुमेधाम्. Remaining 5 tomorrow. See the connection and blessings that in Upanishad also we are studying Pranava Upasana, which is Sarva Apti Guna. Here also, the Sakshat Parabrahma Swarupini Chittishakti Saraswati Mata is saying that I am everything and I am the fulfiller of everybody's every desire. That is, blessings कहते हैं इसको कि where same topic come to empower our intellects. हो गया. Now let us do our third topic of Dhyana Purvaka Mantrocharana. Which Dhyanam we'll do today? See, Rishi Dhyanams we are doing, but today being Shayana Ekadashi, Bhagavan Vishnu goes to recline. Then the Rishis are the ones who are busy in their various sadhanas. I thought today we'll chant the two Gayatri mantras. One of Lord Vishnu, which we already know, I need not even teach you. Second is, even though after 4 days we have Vyasa Purnima, today also we'll chant the Vyasa Gayatri. On that day also we'll see. Guru Purnima आ रहा है 29 को आज 25 है 4 दिन के बाद. After this Ekadashi, the first festival comes is Guru Purnima. Then throughout the next 4 months, the Raksha Bandhans, the Janmashtamis, all of them, the Ganesh Chaturthis, the Dasara, the Deepavali, the Navaratras, the Shravana Masa, Kartika Masa, all of them are this. The Lord is taking rest, so we have to, along with all these devatas, should manage the show of the world till he wakes up. That is how the arrangement in this world. Wonderful. I need not tell you the Narayana Mahima, Sakshat Parabrahma only with the Sattva Guna aspect for the maintenance of the Srishti is there as Paramatma Vishnu Murti Narayana. So the Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. So Vidmahe Dhimahi Prachodayat, you know that. Same way, Vishnu Rupaya Vidmahe Veda Rupaya Dhimahi Tanno Vyasa Prachodayat. और ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे is because a Jnanavatar. Then Jnanadatre cha Dhimahi. Vyasa is the one who gave us Jnanam through all the Shastras. I think that will be a good mantra. Jnanavataraya Vidmahe Jnanadatre cha Dhimahi Tanno Vyasa Prachodayat. Okay. I did not give all the detailed explanation. We can just chant these two mantras, 16 bar. ओम परब्रह्म परमात्मा स्वरूप श्री महाविष्णवे नमः. ध्यायामि आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि समस्त छत्र चामरादीन समर्पयामि. शक्त्योपचार भक्तोपचार राजोपचार देवोपचारान् समर्पयामि. स्तोत्रेण जपादिना मंत्रेण कीर्तनादिना तोषयामि नमस्करोमि. तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि. माम् आत्मानुभवेन मुक्तिं मम मह्यं प्रदेहि इति प्रार्थयामि. श्री महाविष्णवे नमः. सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायिनां भारतवर्षस्यापि बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत निर्मूलं कृत्वा अभिवृद्धि विश्वव्याप्तिं कुरु इति प्रार्थयामि. सेम वे ओम साक्षात् परब्रह्म परमात्मा स्वरूप श्री व्यास महर्षे नमः. ध्यायामि आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि समस्त छत्रचामरादीन् समर्पयामि. शक्त्योपचार भक्त्योपचार राजोपचार देवोपचारान् च समर्पयामि. योंसि श्री व्यास महर्षे नमः. स्तोत्रेण जपादिना मंत्रेण कीर्तनादिना तोषयामि. ओम श्री व्यास महर्षे नमः. नमस्करोमि. तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि. मां रक्ष रक्ष इति प्रार्थयामि. मम आत्मानुभवं प्रति प्रचोदनं कृत्वा परमात्मानुभवेन मुक्तिं प्रदेहि इति प्रार्थयामि. भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्यापि बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत निर्मूलन पूर्वक संरक्षणाभिवृद्धि विश्वव्याप्तिं प्रदेहि इति प्रार्थयामि. सो ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो व्यास महर्षि प्रचोदयात्. First one, you all know, Bhagavan Vishnu. Start. Om Narayanaaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Om Narayanaaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat.
ओम नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्। 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 ओम श्री नारायणाय नमः। नमस्करोमि तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि। प्रार्थयामि मम रक्षणं कुरु ममात्मानुभवं दत्त्वा मुक्तिं प्रदेहि। तथा च भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्यापि संरक्षणाभिवृद्धि विश्वव्याप्तिं कुरु। नौ वेदव्यास भगवान्'s मंत्र। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम ज्ञानावताराय विद्महे ज्ञानदात्रे च धीमहि तन्नो वेदव्यासमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम श्री वेदव्यासमहर्षिये नमः। नमस्करोमि तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि। मां रक्ष रक्ष इति प्रार्थयामि। मम परमात्मानुभवेन मुक्तिं प्रदेहि इति प्रार्थयामि। सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः अपि बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्न शाश्वतसमूलनिर्मूलनपूर्वक संरक्षणाभिवृद्धिं विश्वव्याप्तिं प्रदेहि इति प्रार्थयामि। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। 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 ओम श्री वेदव्यास महर्षि 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 नमः। Om Shri Vedavyasa Maharshi Namaha. 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 Krishi Smarana is done. Now, the last topic, friends, today, the common sense thought. Krishna Vasudeva. Today's common sense thought we discuss is about our today's special day, the Chaturmasya Diksha. Okay, it starts from Ashadha Masa Shukla Paksha Ekadashi, called Devashayani Ekadashi, goes up to Kartika Shukla Ekadashi, called as Deva Prabodhini Ekadashi. Okay, these 4 months, Narayana is in Yoga Nidra. In an inactive way, he is guiding the world. Yoga Nidra mein rehkar. This is how these 4 months are meant for tapaha, adhyayana, japa, dhyana, ityadi. करने के लिए the best of the timings. Okay. For all the sadhakas, you know, what is it is? The Gayatri mantra ucharana is shrestha in these 4 months. Ishta Devata mantra japa is also great. Then, whether it is Grasthas or Sadhu Sannyasi Sadhaka, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Bhagavata, Ramayana, all these Grantha, Parayanam, Adhyanam, we have to do these 4 months. Then, Satvika Ahara Niyama, because Ahara Shuddha, Sattva Shuddhi. Then, lots of Indriya Nigraha, these 4 months, with commitment when we do, we will progress in our sadhana. Then any of the some niyamas, sadhana niyamas, some parityaga of the food habits, etc. I will not have sweet or salt or oil or ghee or only one meal a day I'll have. Some diksha of giving up, some diksha of some japa and sadhana. And Mauna Vrata is one of the beautiful things. These 4 months, at least 2 hours, 1 hour, we can do that Mauna, if not the whole day. So too, these are the days where all types of charity, the Annadana ityadi we can do. Go Seva can be done. Guru Upasanas are the ones which are done extensively in the ashramas. Then the Ekadashi Vrata, the Upavasa, Vishnu, Upasanas, Vishnu Sahasranama, all of them can be done on every Ekadashi. 8 times the Ekadashi will come in 4 months, na? Those days. And then satsanga we have to be. Dhyana we have to intensify. This is how, when in these 4 months we do the manashuddhi, the indriya nigraha, the vairagya vivruddhi, atma jnana sadhana, bhakti increasing, all of that will happen. Okay. We see in the Taittiriya Samhita, Vaishwadevam Varuna Praghasaha Sakamedo Shunasihi Yam iti Chaturmasyani. Taittiriya Samhita also about the Chaturmasya is mentioned for sadhana. In the Smriti, Manusmriti also, Varsha Sucha Vased Ekadeshe, the Varsha Kala, the 4 months. The 2 Rutus in 4 months, stay at one place and do the sadhana, it is said. Various reasons are there. So that when you stay at one place, we don't walk and trouble all the plants and insects, etc. Staying at one place helps us in doing our adhyana and dhyanam. And if you are in good position, you can do the upadesham teaching. Padma Purana says, Ashadasya site pakshe ekadashyam harisvaved kartike shukla pakshe tu prabuddho bhavati prabhu. In the Padma Purana, these 4 months are mentioned, Spashta Rupena. So in the Ashadama Shukla Paksha Ekadashi, Vishnu takes Yoga Nidra, Kartika Vyaksa. Same way, Skanda Purana speaks, Chaturmasya Vratam Punyam, Sarva Papa Pranashanam, Vishnu Pritikaram Nityam, Moksha Dancha Visheshadaha. Mahapunya, Chaturmasa Mahima, Skanda Purana must batai. We have studied it. I was thinking during Chaturmasa that portion once more to study. Let me see if that book is still there. Somewhere I kept it. Chaturmasa Mahima is exhaustively told in Skanda Purana. So he says Chaturmasa Vratam Punyam Sarva Papa Pranashanam. The highly meritorious destroyer of all the papa, Vishnu Preetikaram. It is the one which makes the Lord Vishnu happy. Then Mokshadam cha Visheshataha. It is even giver of the moksha. Okay. Generally, these 4 months, Chaturmasa, Grihasthas anyway they do, but more committedly, all these sannyasis of the whole country, for them, these 4 months are festival. One place they stay. Upanishad, Brahma Sutra, Bhagavad Gita, ityadi, they study and they teach also. All the time, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, they spend these 4 months. Then to the Shishyas, they teach the Vedanta. Then for the Lokakshema, the Japa, the Homa, the Parayana, all these Anushtanas, they do it. Again to summarize, Gayatri Adi Japa, Pranava Japa. Today is the one which chanted the OMKARA Mahima. Start Om today onwards for 27 times or 108 times. Hardly takes 3 minutes. So Gayatri Mantra Japa, Pranava Japa, Gita Parayana, Upanishad Adhyayana, Vishnu Sahasranam Parayana, Shiva Panchakshari or your Ishta Devata Mantra, Guru Seva, Anna Adidana, Mauna Vrata, Ekadashi Upavasa Diksha, Satvika Ahara. These are all the beautiful things which we can do in these 4 months. So you take up what you can do it. Okay. This is what we wanted to share today as a common sense thought. Very auspicious 4 months. Problem for us is what? 2 days yaad rehta hai. Then from third day again we become abnormally normal, forgetting the importance. Try to every day tell that tomorrow also I will do these vratas anushtanas. But spend half an hour first of all to jot down what you want to do. You can make your timetable. Start practicing it. Okay. In this way, Mahavishnu, Vedavyasa, Swaguru, Saptarishi, all of them we can do the Upasana also in this Chaturmasa. Thank you. Om, 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 Purnamadaha, Shruti Matre Namaha, Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you. Now let us do our Gita study also on this auspicious day for half an hour or 20 minute. टाइम है क्या? नहीं है तो भी लेके आ जाओ. जबरदस्ती.